Hey everybody, it's Mitch from RetroGameFix.com. I wanted to do a quick little video here of probably the longest restoration I've ever been a part of. Personally, I've done a lot of restorations on arcade machines. This is my first full pinball restoration. I kind of went all out. I talked about on the podcast before we took a significant break here, how I picked this thing up and basically all the way across the state. It had taken a 13-hour road trip. I'd gotten it for the right price. It was cheap. Yeah, it was cheap, but it was also a pile of crap. And I'm not very good at taking before anything, and I'm not really, I don't really show off my restorations much or whatever, but I kind of wish I would have gotten a good before picture because this thing was kind of junked when I got it. So, but anyways, I got it for an awesome price. So, I kind of went all out on it. Now, the playfield was the first thing I did, and I probably have over 100 hours of completely re-airbrushing everything on here. And when I say everything, I mean everything. So, it took a long time. It was my first, I guess, playfield restore. It's something I guess I always kind of wanted to do, and just was kind of like, well, either I do restoration on the playfield or I don't have a playfield. And CPR playfields are very, very scarce. They're impossible to find at this point. After I get it done, I had a friend that is awesome at this kind of stuff do an automotive clear coat. As you can see, if you look, you can see the reflection of my basement in the playfield. I actually have the glass off of this thing, so that reflection you see is directly on the playfield. So I did a lot to this thing, and I kind of spent a lot of money on it, but relatively speaking to the value and all that stuff, it's really not that bad. Just a lot of time. So I did put new ramps in here. I wasn't going to do that at first, but it's kind of one of those things where you put a certain amount of time into it, and it's like, well, I don't want to skimp out on that. All the metal hardware on this thing has been rock tumbled. My rock tumbler was going for about 3 months straight, maybe 3.5 months straight. I did actually end up putting new ramps on there because after I was about to reassemble that, I looked at my original ramps, which I hadn't looked at in months, and my departures ramp was warped, and it just looked terrible. So it's like if you replace one ramp, you don't want one to look super awesome and the other one to look cruddy. So I ended up replacing both of them. It's new spin out ramp because my other one was kind of destroyed. New plastics because the plastics on the original were terrible. So look, if you're one of those people that are like, I like original everything, like, it's probably not the restoration for you. And I get that. I totally get that. Survivors are awesome. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this thing now. The cabinet, I was going to just fix that, but it's just turned out there was so much water damage. I ended up doing, I guess, decals on this thing, which is great because I had the same buddy that did the playfield did automotive paint on, kind of everything that's not decaled. And it looks phenomenal, I have to say. The cool thing is, like, you can't really see it because it's funny because it's so much work that he had done on this thing. Well, we'd both done on the automotive to prep it for the automotive paint. You can't really even tell it's the same gloss as the decals. One of my favorite parts is this, actually. The warning on the back. I had another buddy that did like a stencil out of vinyl that I was able to just spray that on there after the automotive paint was on there. So I still have a few things to go. I just finally got brave and fired this thing up last night, and thank God I didn't have any sparks shooting out of anything. But anyways, I do have a couple things to do. There's a display that I knew was going to be a problem to begin with. The bottom one's completely dead. There's also a resistor pack that got, I guess, damaged by acid, or by battery acid. It's a $2 part that I just need to get that taken care of. I do need a new translight as well, but it looks okay, but I'm missing the mirror, which is easy to replace. I've got little things like that and that I've spent so much time and energy on this that I just don't want to half-ass anything. So anyway, hope you enjoy. I certainly will be for the rest of the day. I'm actually very happy with the legs as well. They cleaned up so nicely with a little bit of Brasso and a little bit of work on that, but I just pretty much scrubbed them with a sponge and Brasso, and man, they look kind of brand new. So I don't have the coin door done, by the way, either. I did throw that on there just so I could fire this thing up yesterday and go through the test menu and all that. But I will finish that up, and yeah, I'm getting there. Maybe a few more weeks or whatever, but at least got to the point today where I can actually play this thing. So anyway, again, Mitch from RetroGameFix.com. That's it.